powers are legendary. Their origins are unknown. Their methods are extreme.
And the game is on.
LXG, the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Hey guys, I know you're used to me hooting and hollering, but sometimes, just like if you're lady, you gotta tone it down. Make it feel calm. Do it smooth. So, welcome to week 3 edition of the XLG video podcast.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This week we're going to do a little week 2 recap. We're going to look at some injuries and some potential waiver wire targets for week 3 here. And then we're going to go through the week 3 matchups, do our picks of the week, and some of us are 0-2, some of you are 2-0. So a lot of people are right in the middle with 1-1. So this is the week to make some moves. So let's start with the week 2 recaps, Jeremy. You want to go with the highest score of the week here, our overall points leader? We got 30 Slovaks coming in this week. 118 points, beating the Chicago Bears by a total of 48. I think the biggest point margin of the week. And Slovaks really had it all cooking this week. They had, C.J. Anderson had a huge game with 26 points. You had Gronk finally being Gronk with 17 before briefly leaving with a little bit of an injury there. And then he also had Alshon Jeffrey and Devontae Adams, who got him 15 points apiece. So really had it clicking on all cylinders in this week's matchup. And 118 points, real good score in our league. So nice job, Slovaks.
Nice. I got us the Barbarians versus Excuses Start Soon recap here. What started out as a slight projected lead for Craig by 2 points, 89-87, ended in a final score of 79-61 in favor of Craig, giving him the 18-point lead. Craig was able to pull this off by 2 big games from Freeman and Phillip Rivers for 21-17 points. And Matt's bad showing from his running backs. As I said in the pick show, I don't know if there's even an RB2 here, and the points told the story as he got 6 points combined from Jonathan Stewart and Kerwin Williams. And also, he got a big 0 from Kenny Galladay, and that's not going to get it done.
All right, next matchup we have, I got the Fuzzy Nuts, and he took down Kneecaps last week with a score of 103-83. And you talked about Matt's bad running backs. Well, Fuzzy Nuts, Nuzzy Futz, his team was powered all by his running backs this week. He got 44 points combined from Ty Montgomery and Todd Gurley. Those 2 guys have been beasting out all season long so far. So those looks like some real good picks. And highest scoring defense of the week, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who took down my Chicago Bears, 4 turnovers there, and they scored 19 points this week. So, but Fuzzy Nuts took down the Kneecaps, and that's all I got on that one. Fucking Bears.
Well, here's one. I got the next one. It's Bag of Dickas versus She's Got Game. Steven was favored by 6 points, 85-79. The final score, though, was 76-67, giving Steven a 9-point win. Steven got really good games from Evans and Kelsey for 15 and 16 points. And he had a really nice surprise. He bucked my words of advice, and he started defense versus Green Bay. And he actually got 13 points for it. Again, this is, Atlanta was breaking the new stadium. They had they had the jungle juice going. They had something, I don't know, but they got a nice 13 points. And Tree, she actually had a decent game from Carlos Hyde and Martavis Bryant, Alan Hearns, all double-digit points. But She started the Packers defenses versus the Atlanta Falcons. And I told you, that was one of my disclaimers. You gotta switch it up, but she didn't. And this brings us to our Cher turn back time call of the week. And I apologize last week. I gave this to Dama. That was wrong. To truly be the Cher turn back time, it has to have an emotional imbalancing. It has to change the outcome of your team. So this week, we actually do have a Cher turn back time play of the week, which was the Kansas City Chiefs defense. If Tree would have played them, they would have scored her 11 points, while Green Bay only scored 2 points. Those 9-point difference wouldn't have gave her the win, but would have gave her a tie. So there you go. Our first official Cher turn back time is Kansas City Chiefs defense.
Next matchup in week 2 was Adama's Llamas going against Carlos, and just a rough week for Carlos here. He had Greg Olson go out with an injury for 0 points, and then he only got 8 points combined between T.Y. Hilton and Tyreek Hill, and that's just a recipe for disaster. So the Llamas took him down 80-61. Llamas team powered by Tom Brady with a huge 29 points last week. And also, and I said last week, nobody cares about kickers. Well, Adama cared about kickers this week. Chris Boswell comes through with the second highest point total on his team with 16 points from your kicker. So I stand corrected. I guess some people do care about kickers, and it can be important.
The next one I got for us is the biggest upset of the week. Bringing in the fire once again is OG Billy Witch Doctor. The 6-point underdog again. Going up against who? Oh, those bums in Chicago. Those beat-down maniacs. He was favored by 6, 96-90. But once again, my team was infuriated by this disrespect. And they won the game 80-63 by 17 points. In this game, we did not have a very good quarterback showing, as both Newton and Goff each scored 11 points. Isn't going to get it done in the quarterback position. But luckily, I had Ajayi go off for 12. I don't know if that's what I said go off, but he got 12. And my freshly acquired defense that I worked the trade wire for got me 17 points, which was the point difference, and got me the win for sure. While Josh had a rough week with Jordy Nelson going out early for 0 points, and also only getting 6 points from his running backs, Murray and Cohen.
Yeah, another injury to Murray, so no good there.
It's our first Varsity Blues, Miss Jackson at the strip club. My team done crapped itself. Award of the week. Going to Joski with only 49 points. Take it away.
Yeah, that's an ugly point total, and actually there was barely 100 points scored in this matchup combined. So I think these guys should get some sort of special trophy for fantasy and aptitude here. But Joski only got 11 total points out of his whole wide receiver core of Green, Watkins, and Tate. That's a rough one. Also had Jimmy Graham coming in with 0 points last week. So top 4 pass catchers, only 11 points combined. Definitely not going to get it done. Heinrich maneuver, not a lot of highlights there, but did have Emmanuel Sanders for 18, Gillislee for 12, and Dez Bryant came through in a bad game for Dallas with 11 points to power the 64-49 win. What a barn burner, fellas. Congratulations.
I hate to toot my own horn. Who am I kidding? I love toot my own horn. But I told you, he might punch somebody, but Dez is going to get a touchdown this week. I told you.
Yeah.
Our zeros for the week were, of course, Jordy Nelson and Corey Coleman, both getting injured early, both getting knocked out. Mike Wallace and Kenny Galladay both had zeros in the same game as Craig took on Matt. Jalen Strong, who, of course, as I said earlier, wasn't a strong play, also had 0 points and is done for the season now. In the same game, Austin Hooper for Tree got 0 points. Jordan Howard and LeGarrette Blount both got 0 points for the kneecaps. that's not going to be a good week. And Jimmy Graham, as you said just a minute ago, got 0 points. But they all were saved again by the worst player of the week. Our -1 player again this week, John Ross.
Ouch. Yeah.
I don't know why. Ben picked him up and played him around the Cobb. I don't understand. But you want to knock out some injuries real quick, Josh?
Yeah, we talked about a few of these guys already. For me, the two most important of the week right now are DeMarco Murray with a hamstring. He hasn't been practicing fully, so we'll see if he plays. Titans will be fine. They got a nice backup runner there. But keep an eye on DeMarco Murray this week. And also Jordan Reed, the oft-injured Jordan Reed. Game time decision, it sounds like he's going to be for the Redskins. So he's got chest contusion, rib injury. I think it's all about managing pain for him. But, I was going to put Gronk in there, but it looks like Gronk returned to practice yesterday. So DeMarco Murray and Jordan Reed are my two biggest injuries heading into the Week 3 matchups right now.
Yeah, I'm going to have to watch what happens to Jordan Reed. I might have to get... It might be the same thing as Sam Bradford last week. I might have to wake up at 2 in the morning and pick up whoever I can get. Though, man, did you see? I don't know if you saw. This is, again, we're doing this now. It's right after the Thursday night game. Well, it's not right. It's Friday morning for you, but for me, it's Thursday night. Yeah. But the trade today happened in the league, which sent, the kneecap sent Jordan Howard and Aaron Rodgers to Nuzzy Futz for Matt Ryan and Ty Montgomery. And man, I gotta say, again, we talked about last week. Again, he picked to keep Ty Montgomery over Jordan Howard, and we thought, oh, that might be a little crazy, but it looked like a really good choice. And man, I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have made that trade, but
no, I wouldn't have let go of Montgomery. It looks like Montgomery's a beast right now. So.
No, I got Rob Kelly. See what's gonna happen with that. I mean, we don't know what happens. Again, he sounds like he's not that hurt, but if he's hurt enough to have to only, to have to sit out 1 week, or if he's hurt enough that he can't play very effectively, and if Samaje Perine comes in and just does really well, there might be a changing of the guard. Who knows?
Yeah.
That could be an interesting thing to watch.
Well, if you got one of these injured players, I know it's in a league as deep as ours, the waiver wire is kind of thin, all time. So you got a couple guys out there on waivers you might be looking to add. If you got an injured guy, you're looking to bring some depth to your team here for the Week 3.
Well, again, I can't because I'm stuck holding on to Jacquizz Rodgers because of Doug Martin's suspension. So I don't got much leeway on my bench. Plus, I'm still waiting on Sam Bradford, and now I'm waiting on Jordan Reed. So my bench is a fickle thing right now. But if I had the extra space, I'd definitely think about picking up Giovanni Bernard just because he's still the pass catcher, and Marvin Lewis, for whatever reason, still doesn't want to give the ball to Joe Mixon. So I'd be looking at Giovanni Bernard. I'd be looking at Orleans Darkwa, too. Paul Perkins clearly isn't the one to get it done, and Darka, he might not be either, but he might. And there's talk about getting him more playing time this week. So again, if you have an extra spot in your bench and you want to pick up just a flyer, I think Orleans Darka would be nice. And also Alex Collins for Baltimore. Again, Terrence West is hurt. It's a soft tissue. You don't do a lot of research, man. I dig deep for these things, man. Alex Collins played at the end of last week. He looked pretty good. Again, Javarius Allen, Buck Allen, he's still considered their passing down back. He's getting a lot of running time too, but he's still not, he hasn't never been viewed in his career as a 3-down back. So they're going to give the ball someone, especially at the goal line, they're going to give it to someone bigger. That would be Alex Collins. And if he does good, and Terrence West, if that soft tissue injury lingers, maybe he gets I don't know. Again, if you have an empty bench spot, these are just random names thrown out there. I was going to say Trevor Siemian and Jared Goff, but Jared Goff just blew up, so we'll see what happens with that. And Trevor Siemian actually just got picked up by Ben a couple minutes ago, so there you go.
Yeah. I got a couple on my list here. You highlighted running backs there. I got a tight end for you coming off suspension for the lowly New York Jets, but somebody's got to catch that.
Keep that down, though, man.
What?
I just told you. I'm waiting on Jordan Reed, man. I have to have an insurance policy.
Oh, I'm gonna pick him up right now. So.
Yeah, go ahead. You can talk about it. Go ahead. I know who it is.
Yeah. The off line, Austin Seferian Jenkins coming off 2-game suspension for the New York Jets. Like I said, the Jets are going to be behind a lot. They're going to have to throw to somebody. It's a guy, it's kind of a dart throw for a tight end, but that's how the position is anyway. If he can get in there and make a little bit of noise, he could, be your tight end for even on a streaming option. I actually like him this week playing against Miami. Miami's suspended Lawrence Timmons. They don't have a lot going on in the middle of that defense. So he could actually come and make impact right away. Another guy I'm looking at just coming off an injury, Marcus Wheaton for the Chicago Bears. The Bears are incredibly thin at wide receiver. They have nobody that can go deep. So they need a guy to take the top off the defense a little bit to open things up, and Marcus Wheaton's that guy for them. So if you're looking at a deep threat, probably touchdown dependent, but if you need to take a flyer on somebody, I'd go with Marcus Wheaton this week.
We've already gotten to our Cher turn back time call of the week, but we do have to still give out our most points on the bench award. We don't have quite a cool name for this one yet, but it's coming. I'll have an epiphany moment soon, don't worry. But we do have, again, the winner of this one is Adama with Kareem Hunt again, who scored 22 points, which is actually more than both of his running backs. Kareem Hunt was his highest scoring running back, outscored McCoy and Gordon. And our other highest scoring bench player was actually Chris Thomas with 21 points, just one less than Hunt. But unlike Hunt, he did not outscore Aaron's two running backs, as Gurley and Montgomery both got 22 points each. So it didn't really hurt his out. It didn't hurt his end game. It is the last part, the best part of the show. The Willie Beamon Breakout Player of the Week. Here are the choices. Here are our options this week. We have the Dirty Slovaks, C.J. Anderson, who has proven to be a good running back in the past, oft injured, but 26 points is not a good running back. 26 points is a top-tier RB1. So the breakout is maybe he's now going from that middle rung RB2 to an actual top 10 running back. Possibility here. The other choices are J.J. Nelson with the Arizona Cardinals, going off for 18 points for Kristen, and Martavis Bryant going off for 15 points for Tree. So, what's your pick? Those are our three options this week. C.J. Anderson, J.J. Nelson, and Martavis Bryant.
I think you're looking. For me, it's J.J. Nelson. I think J.J. Anderson kind of expect that kind of production. I mean, obviously last week was really on the high end of the spectrum for him. But I think as a breakout performance, J.J. Nelson is the guy in week 2. I think you can expect good production out of him in that Cardinals offense if they can start getting it rolling here. But I don't think you'll have another 18-point week out of him. So he's my breakout player this week. Tree, good job in playing. And he's my win.
Yeah, I'm on board with that. Again, C.J. Anderson, I don't know if he's going to be top 10 running back at the end of the year, and I don't know if he's going to be healthy for 3 more weeks. So I'm not giving him the Willie Beamon. I like J.J. Nelson. I think it's a good choice. Again, you say last year you had a pop here or there, but again he's getting older. He's getting more used to it. Again, now John Brown, God knows God for that guy. So yeah, I like it. J.J. Nelson, I think he might be a solid wide receiver 2.5. Which again, we need 3 of them. So hey, he's gonna go from being a 13th round draft pick to a starter. So that's good. That's a good investment right there. All right, guys. See you guys in a couple of minutes. We're gonna cut out here and we'll come back for the pick show in a second.
Yep, week 2's in the books. We're looking forward to week 3 coming up next.